What is going on, guys? Justin here, aka the Unforgiven 08, and today I got another Borderlands 2 video for you guys, and I'm going to be giving you guys a look at my level 72 assassin and what I do to make him the most awesome melee zero that I've been able to find. I've played around with this build a lot, but this is the one that I found to be most effective. So let's go ahead and start off with the gear for it. Now, I know a lot of people like a grog nozzle, but as far as I know, you cannot get a permanent, attachment and prefix for the grog nozzle unless you like mod or glitch or something. So I just, keep it legit. I just go with the evisceration ruby. It really works just as well. 50% melee damage, awesome. Slag element, awesome. Slag them, do more damage, and it'll really do well as just a general weapon when you're not in Deception. Now, when you are in Deception, you pull out this bad boy, the Rapier, and the level really doesn't matter for this. Doesn't matter for the Evisceration Ruby either. As long as you're getting that melee damage boost, that's all that counts. So you got the 200% melee damage, huge bonus, especially when you're in Deception. So when you're in Deception, roll with this thing all the time. Now, a Norfleet would be the best launcher to use to get out of fight for your life, but I've been really having some trouble getting one, so I just have a Nukem. Got it from one of the torque vending machines. Still does the job most of the time. Definitely a good one. Any legendary launcher will probably work for you guys. Just Norfleet happens to be the best. So if you have that, roll with it. And I just threw a stink pod in there, just in case there's any like bots or something, loaders that are giving me a hard time that I don't feel like wasting launcher ammo on, or if I'm out of ammo. Because honestly, the other slot doesn't really matter. As long as you have these two right here and a good launcher, you're good to go for weapons. So shield, obviously we're rolling with the Love Thumper. That 400,000 almost Roid damage, and the delay makes sure your shield stays down and you always get that Roid damage bonus. Hide of Terramorphous is another good option, but since the recharge delay is a lot quicker, it's really best used for raid bosses because that's the only other shield that gets a higher Roid damage than the Love Thumper. Class mod, what else? Legendary Ninja, big boost to melee damage and big boost to all of those skills that work towards being, a melee tank. And the level for this doesn't matter too much. As long as you get something in the 60s, you'll be fine. I mean, a level 72 one would probably only net you another 1 or 2% in melee damage. So unless you're playing on overpower levels, don't worry about, making sure you have a max level ninja class mod. Grenade, Chain Lightning. Now, this is awesome for a few reasons. First off, it launches almost instantly, so if you have out your Evisceration Ruby or Grog Nozzle, whatever you prefer, it's going to heal you almost instantly. Because, I'm sure as you guys already know, Miss Moxie weapons are going to heal you for a percentage of damage you do. And this chains to other enemies, which is going to obviously increase the damage that you're doing and therefore increase the healing rate. Plus, your grenade ammo slowly regenerates over time, so you almost never have to worry about losing grenade ammo, at a fast rate, unless you're just like spamming these things. But you shouldn't have to, because you're going to be in Deception most of the time. And mine's level 68. Obviously, you're going to want a level 72. I just haven't gotten there yet because I haven't really felt like going back there. But Lair of Infinite Agony, there's plenty of Ultimate Badass Sorcerers or Murderland's Temple, either one. They drop pretty frequently, so you shouldn't have a hard time getting one. And Relic, I have a Bone of the Ancients shock damage boost to help out with the chain lightning damage and the heal rate of it, and a cooldown rate. Big boost to that, 38.8%, because you want to be in Deception as much as possible, because that's where you're going to be doing the most damage and where you're going to be the safest, obviously, because enemies can't see you. So let's go ahead and get right into the skill tree of it. Now, we'll start off in Bloodshed. Obviously, you want 5 to Killing Blow, because 1,000% melee damage when their health is low, and what the game quantifies as their health being low is below 30%. So you weaken something, you hit it once, it's going down. And the great thing about Killing Blow 2 is that the melee damage from there is not just added on to when enemies have low health, but the damage output of it in general, rounds out into your total melee damage. So basically, the more points you have in Killing Blow, the more melee damage you're going to do overall. That's basically what I'm trying to say there. Iron Hand, not huge bonuses, but, anything that can increase maximum health and melee damage, throw it in there. Why not? And, it'll get you down farther in your skill tree, which you pretty much need to do anyway. Be like water. Shooting an enemy improves melee damage, and melee attacks improve the shooting damage of your next shot. Good skill to have for the simple reason that when you're not in deception, you're going to be shooting enemies to slag them, and you're going to be going back and forth between shooting and meleeing, so that's really going to help up your damage a lot. And you can see they're pretty darn good boosts, too, 20 and 30%. So, not bad. Now, Grim, avoid Grim at all costs, because you do not want your shield to be up. You want your shield to be down at all times, and as soon as you get a kill, it's going to regenerate your shield, and it's going to just ruin your Roid damage bonus, so never put any points into Grim. Follow through, amazing, amazing. Gun damage doesn't really matter too much, but you get that movement speed bonus of 80% and an 80% melee damage increase when this is active. So before you enter Deception, I would recommend taking down the weakest enemy first so you get those bonuses, because that 80% melee damage is going to help you obviously kill targets better, and the 80% increase in movement speed is going to help you move from target to target a lot more efficiently and get more kills in your deception chain. Execute, duh. I mean, you can't have a melee 0 without execute. Deal massive damage while you're in deception. Best skill 0 can have. Backstab, 80% melee damage boost when you hit an enemy in the back. And that really ties well into follow through, because the movement speed boost is going to let you get in position to stab him in the back better, which is going to make your life a whole lot easier. Now, Resurgence. This doesn't really matter when you're out of Deception, but it is huge when you're in Deception. You restore up to 40% of your health upon killing an enemy. And since you're going to be using a rapier when you're in Deception to get that 200% melee boost, this is going to make sure that you always have some health while you're in Deception, and is going to heal you a lot, because you're going to be getting a whole bunch of kills. Like the Wind, again, don't really care about the gun damage, but a nice little boost to the melee damage there, so we throw the 5 points in there. And besides Execute, the absolute key to any melee 0, Many Must Fall. You get a kill in Deception, it adds on 2 seconds, you re-stealth, and that can be done infinitely in Deception, so let's go on it and look at our other skill tree that we're in, because we're completely ignoring sniping. I mean, you could put points into headshot if you wanted to, but you're really going to want to be trying to hit him in the back, so don't even worry about sniping. And Cunning, the end of it, is also absolutely huge. We got Fast Hands, reload speed and weapon swap speed. Really just a nice thing to have and fight for your life with those launchers, or when you're not in Deception. You know, or you know, getting in and out of Deception, switching back between your Rapier and Ruby or Grog Nozzle definitely helps out with the weapon swap speed. This skill can be awesome also when you're not in Deception, or if you accidentally get hit when you are in Deception, because you're just invisible, not invincible, so they can still hit you. 250% increase in melee damage upon getting hit. Awesome to have. Ambush. Now, this skill is almost a constant bonus when you're in Deception. 40% damage when an enemy is targeting someone other than you, or you hit an enemy from behind. Yes, that will stack onto backstab, so if you hit an enemy from behind, that's 120% increase in melee damage. And as far as targeting someone other than you, your decoy counts as someone other than you. So as long as you're in Deception, you're always going to have this 40% melee damage bonus. Unforeseen kind of sucks, and since you're going to be in Deception a whole lot, the damage that you're going to do, you know, from this being active is minimal, and it's really not going to hit that many enemies, so I just ignore it. Death Mark, awesome to have, especially in Deception. Mark targets take 20% additional damage from all sources, and you can apply that with a melee attack or with kunai, which we'll get into later about why kunai is awesome. Innervate. This is another amazing skill. When Deception is active, you gain increased gun damage, which you don't really care about. What we do care about is the health regeneration of 4% per second and the movement speed of 35%. Now you couple that movement speed with follow through after you get a kill. That's 115% increase in movement speed after you get a kill while in Deception. That's huge. That is going to make it so easy to move from target to target, even if they're really far away, because obviously you only have a few seconds to get there before Deception, you know, wears off. So there you go. Perfect. And Death Blossom, awesome. Press L2 while Deception is active to throw kunai. You can throw 5 per cooldown, or you can throw 5 every time you get a kill, because when you have Many Must Fall active, every time you get a kill in Deception, it resets that kunai counter. So anytime you get a kill in Deception, you get 5 more kunai. And you can also use kunai to apply the death mark, which does that 20% increase in melee damage. And I had 3 points left over, so I threw them in Rising Shot. Each successful ranged or melee attack gives you a bonus for a short time. Why not? More bonuses. So let's go ahead and get into a little demo for you guys. We're just here at the Beatdown from the Mr. Torgue DLC. So let's find out what kind of damage this can really do.
And I
Just gonna let Deception cool down, get back in Rapier, and oh, there's a little glitchy there. And you can tell we're just mowing through these guys like it's nothing. We've probably been in Deception for a good 15 seconds now, ish. Yeah, and honestly, you don't really even need kunai. Unless it's these bigger enemies, because you can pretty much one-hit everything else. There's the Chain Lightning going to work. Throw that, get you some healing, and boom, look at that. We're already back in Deception. Pop some kunai on him. Wow, I kind of expected the Burn Crusher to die. Yeah, and then you got the Evisceration Ruby, heals you for all that melee damage you're doing when you're not in Deception. And then as soon as it comes back in, pop in there, and just drop them. And I mean, you can see those damage totals. I mean, 37 million, you know, all stuff up in the millions. So you're going to be doing a crap ton of damage with this. And for general combat, like, I mean, this is just a crap ton of fun too. I mean, just going around killing everything before it can even see you. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed my build, and hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.